I'll be going over all the tips and tricks I can think of for doing this cop, starting with the most basic and ending with the most advanced. And at the end I'll be doing a timed run to see how well I do, in hope of teaching people how they can do better. So to start with the absolute basic, when you're in this scope, of course you can't sprint. You can jump, you can double jump, and you can dash to the sides and backwards. So you can dash to the side to get around faster and easier. So here you are at the first pillar, and the basic intuition would be to just jump here and then etc. But if you want to do it fast, you don't do that. You just skip to the first one, and then you skip up here, and then you jump on it like this. And then when you're here, you jump from that one up here. It can be a bit tricky to nail down, but with practice and some luck, you'll eventually get it down most of the time. Because running around here is just a waste of time. So once you're up here, you could wait for that platform to come all the way up, but it's the most slow thing in the world. So what you can do instead is just walk off here and double jump off. Notice how I'm jumping, starting my first jump when I'm already in the air. So like I don't jump here, I jump here. That gives you, and I stopped a bit earlier, but that gives you a bit extra range. Now on the second one here, when you're starting off and still need this, you can wait till it's at one of the sides there, and when it's at the sides you can start running off to jump and catch it, because you won't be aiming for the first one, you'll be aiming for the second one. So like this. Oh, not like that. So jump, jump. And then the same thing again. You can either wait till it's at the middle here and jump, or you can do it at a bit of an angle, but not too extreme. Otherwise you won't make it. So now here, again, we don't want to wait for the slow up and down thing. We can instead just jump right over to it. But as you saw there, you can't make it like that. You have to wait until it's all the way over and then coming back towards you. If it's already at you, like if it's already as close as it can be, by the time you jump over to it, it will be too late and it will be too far away. When you do it timed, you can never catch it on the first try. When you do the timed trial mode down there. So you have to always wait for it to come back to you. An alternative is to jump on this one, and as it's coming up, you sidestep off of it and double jump to that one. Notice that I was jumping off it when it was going up. If you do it while it's already on the peak or going down, this happens and you just teleport down. You have to do it while it's still going up to not be instantly sucked down to the floor. So yeah, you can alternatively also just oops. When it's on the peak, you could also just jump from it over here when that one there is near the bottom. But I prefer just jumping diagonally over towards the back and forward bit over there. So let's see, let's go to the top, and yes, and then this one's self-explanatory. Okay, and then for these ones, you ride the first one, and then you see how they all go in a pattern. So when it's around here, you can jump off and skip the next one and go one after that again. And the same thing here again. Let's see. There we go. And we're done. So that's like the semi... with doing it like this, you can do it under 60 seconds. If you want to go even faster, you have to do it even more extreme. So to show some things you can do to speed up your time, if I go back here, instead of, well, just to begin with, when you start the timed mode, you start over here, right, in this blue circle. You have to dash sideways as fast as possible over here, and get on as this platform is going up for the first time. If you don't catch it on the first time up and you see it already going up, leaving you behind, you've basically wasted 6 seconds there, for example. So you should work on getting from there to here as fast as possible and catching it on the first try, and then getting jumping from that one to the top of the pillar. Once you're on the top, you have to, if you want to save some more seconds, you can sidestep everything. Basically, that's going to be a repeating theme. Just sidestep everything, because it's faster than just running. Sidestepping everything includes also the jumps, so like you can sidestep this. Yeah, okay, I did it there on the first try. I'm not really good at that. It's like too much for me, so I don't usually go for it. So you can sidestep the platform jumps, which you can practice doing. Let's see if I can do it. No. But yeah, you get the gist. You have to sidestep all of the jumps. Most of the jumps can be sidestepped. I don't know if all of them can be. I've seen people sidestep from this side to the next pillar, and I showed you how you can sidestep most of the next pillar to that one there. And then sidestepping from this to this is also doable, but again, it requires a lot of practice. So to begin with, I'd recommend just doing the what I do, the normal, just run forward and skip a platform type run. Let's see. Here I wouldn't begin with the sidestep off because it can be a bit tricky. I would just let's see. I'd start with the jumping onto this platform here type of run. And slowly get better doing that. Eventually you'll feel more comfortable doing it and keep nailing it, and that's when I would start beginning to practice the side steps. So yeah, now I'll be attempting a timed run to show you how fast I can do it using the tips I showed you. And here we go, first attempt. Yeah, a side note, I do find it annoying when people on YouTube make like 40-second runs or whatever, but they always start on that platform way over there. Like half the battle, in my opinion, is getting there fast without failing. Also, a note is if you do fail during the start, you should just use the leave raid button to leave the raid fast. instead of having to finish it. And no, there I missed it. So there, show you leave raid, and going through 2 loading screens is a lot faster than having to finish all of it, and nail it in or finish it, because when you do finish it eventually you'll also be sent out, so it doesn't really matter. I think maybe get sent here. Anyway, I'll stop the recording and I'll show you when a recording of a proper run I managed to do. It ended up taking me like 15 or 20 tries to nail this, so I decided to voice it over instead of recording every single time. This beginning bit where you have to wait in the circle for basically 30 seconds does get annoying after a while, but it is what it is. Also, most of my attempts were just failing to catch the elevator on the first run up, or either that or failing this part here, because it can be tricky. Now the buffs, I didn't really say anything about the buffs. If you want to do it fast, you have to power through them. Some are easier than others. And another thing is that you have to look at the duration of the buffs and make sure that you're standing on something when it ticks down to 0. Like, look, now I am just standing there because I don't have time to jump anywhere, I feel like, at least, with the buff there. If you don't stand on something while it ticks down to 0, you just get pulled down to the ground, and that can literally really ruin it for you. But yeah, there you go, 53 seconds. Could have maybe done it better if I got different buffs or debuffs. Most are fine, other than the one that shoots you up into the sky, because you lose so much control with it. But yeah, let's see. And I check the leaderboard, and this is in the beginning of the week, so I'm quite high up there, but towards the end I'd be further down. Thanks for watching.